Alright, good morning YouTube. It is Thursday, April 18th. Checking out the news, we have US dollar unemployment claims at 5:30 and then British pound retail sales at 11 p.m. tonight. For the red folders, and then the orange is the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index and existing home sales. Alright, let's take a look at let's take a gander at the markets. AUDCAD, lots and lots of sideways price action here, so we're going to add him to our list. AUDCHF, lots and lots of sideways price action. We're going to add AUDJPY. We're going to add AUDNZD. We are not going to add to our list AUDUSD. We are not going to add, actually yeah, we will. We'll add to our list CADCHF. We will add to our list CADJPY. We will not. We will add to our list CJ. We will not add to our list EURAUD. We will add EURCAD. We won't add EURCHF. We will add to our list EURGBP. We are currently in this position. We got into the initial sell at 8551. Price just blew right through that position. We got into our second position up here at 8569 roughly, with the anticipation of price coming back down to this level. So obviously it started to come back down. It's rejecting a little bit. We're fine with that. We're just going to keep these two positions rolling. The goal is to get out at break even on the first trade and with a winner on the second trade, without expectation of adding a third position, at least not right now. EUROJPY. This crazy mess. We're out on both positions here. So first position we got out here, second position we got out here. Just for when I take a screen cap, I want to remember that this huge drop here was due to USDCPI news, and that there were positions 1 and 2. EURNZD, we will not trade. Won't trade EURUSD. Not getting it on GBPAUD. I could probably get in. I could probably add GBPCAD to the list, I think. Adding GBPCHF to the list. Could probably add GBPJPY. Not gonna add GBPNZD. You'd probably add NZDCAD. Definitely add NZDCHF. Again, we're still in two positions here on NZDJPY. Price is getting closer and closer to our profit for both positions. You're not getting into USDCHF or USDJPY. Okay. So typically speaking, when we're looking at positions, we're looking at adding into or trading positions that are sideways. So I know like a lot of people like to trade the trend. You know, the trend is your friend. Look for bullish trends, bearish trends, trade in the direction of the trend. For me, I like to trade consolidating markets, so sideways markets. So if it's sideways on the 1 minute and it seems to be sideways on the 15-minute, even better. If it's just sideways on the 1 minute, we'll add it to the list, but we would prefer higher time frame trends as well. And then we get into positions based on market structure from there. So typically, even on consolidating markets, we typically want, you know, a small bearish move followed by a quick bullish trend, and then entering a position. So what does that look like? This is a position we took. We had these large bearish moves to these highs. We had a large bullish move to the highs. Then we had a very significant bearish move to these lows, and then a very, very quick bullish move back to the highs, and we were capitalizing price reversal. EURGBP, we have a lot of sideways price action here on the higher time frame, 15 minutes. And so we're having a big bearish move here, followed by a very, very quick bullish move here. And so we're trying to capitalize on this. Typically, we're trying to take positions that are in favor of swap trades. So EURGBP, the euro is 4.5, the British pound is 5.5. So by selling this position, we make money on swap. So we make money on the interest difference. That's not all. We're also trading stocks. This is a current position we are in from yesterday, VNDA. Just looking across the time frame here, we typically have some pretty large spikes followed by a nice just fade away to the lows, and so that's what we're expecting here on VNDA again. Just large spikes fading back to lows. Ooh. SXTC was the trade we took last week. Ended up getting out up here more or less pretty quickly. Like, we were not anticipating getting an extra like 50 cents on top of it, so that was kind of nice. Alright, so let's take a gander at some of the things we added. So right now we are still in this AUDJPY position. We are out of this EUROJPY position, so we're actually going to download image and delete all these guys since we don't need them anymore, and pop him out because we're not really following him. NZD, we're still in both of these NZD positions. EURNZD and GBPNZD, we are no longer in these positions, we're out. So same thing. My tip to you, if you don't already do it, is you should journal. You should journal in some capacity, take a picture of your trades, do something to give you an indication of whether your trading is profitable or not, or whether your trading can be more profitable, to say the least. So, one of the nice parts about journaling is A, you keep a record of your trades. It's always nice to go back to your records, but B, what you can do when you journal is you can also hypothetically trade with journaling. So let's just say you're really bad at getting out of your trades early and not letting them run. And so you have if you're not journaling, you just mentally know you're doing it and you don't have any sort of data-driven information to tell you about it. And, maybe if you were to track it in a journal, you would realize that last month, let's just say you were not profitable, or you squeaked by with 2% profitability because you were, selling everything. You were getting out of position too early. But if you were tracking everything and you had your journal optimized to be able to show you what would happen if you weren't getting out of your positions early, maybe you would have been up 10-15%. And then you have hard data right there instead of saying, oh man, I know I should stay in my positions, I always get out early. You can see hard data as to what happens when you don't do that. Kind of important. Alright, these guys, 13 April 16. Okay. Alright, so just looking at these positions, I'm going to drop AUDCAD. If anything, we'd probably get into a buy position here on AUDCHF. Probably at these lows. AUDU. We're going to drop him. CADCHF, pretty similar. We could probably get into a buy if we come to these lows. CADJPY, we would get into a buy if we came down to these lows. Not that I'm expecting that at all, because that is, gosh, that's 220 pips away. But I'm just letting you know, that's kind of where we would need to be to get into our position. This is Euro AUD. We get out of Euro AUD. Euro CHF, pretty similar to the other guys. More of a position. If we come down to these lows, we probably wouldn't get into each of them, we probably just identify which one we thought was the strongest position to get into. GCAD, neither of these. GJ, we can get into a buy down here. Nothing for NZDCAD. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at getting into either CADJPY, GJ. CADJPY is about 220 pips from the entry. GJ is significantly closer. We probably can get into an entry here at 1916. So still about 80 pips away, which means the yen would have to be pretty strong for us to get into this position, which is probably not likely to happen today. But you never know what happens with US dollar unemployment news. In terms of which Swiss pair to trade, none of them are looking particularly spicy except for, well, none of them are looking particularly great except for NZDCHF, so probably that guy. If we look at our 26, we're just looking at our swaps right now to see which one gives us the best value. Looks like the best overnight value comes from GBPCHF, but honestly I think the prime one to trade is NZDCHF. So we will just have an keep our eye on both of these guys. Take a gander at what this guy looks like. Okay. Okay, we are all prepped and ready to trade for news dropping. 30 more seconds. Doesn't look like the news is creating too much of an impact. Let's take a look at our commodities and gold. Whoa, can't believe gold is up 20 bucks. But is it really? Huh. All right. Okay. Doesn't look like anything major is happening today. Who knows how it might work out for the rest of the day. But just to recap, we are looking at the Swiss pairs for a long. Probably get into NZDCHF as our primary Swiss pair. Possibly get into GBPCHF. Also looking at GBPJPY for a long. Potentially looking at CADJPY, but that one's a bit of an unlikely event. Currently in EURGBP. Anticipating price to come down to 8555 for a profit of our second position and a break even of this first position. And still waiting on NZDJPY and on JPY to come up to their take profit levels. So that is it for the day. Thank you for attending the stream, and I will see you tomorrow.